I started in Canada, and that's where I began my first few years of life and education. My parents were studying there. Third grade, I came back to Riyadh, and that's where I completed all of my education up to my bachelor's degree. تخرجت من جامعة الملك سعود قسم رياض أطفال Early Childhood Education, and I remember when I graduated from high school. My extended family asked me, were questioning my decision to go into early childhood education. Alhamdulillah, my parents were extremely supportive, but the extended family were like, "Inti كيف يعني جايبة من مجموع عالي وتقدر تدخلي طب وداخلة رياض أطفال." So my response to that was early childhood education is the foundation of the doctor and the engineer and the teacher and the plumber and what have you. So it's really building the core of the person. After that, I went to my first job في مدارس المملكة. مدارس المملكة at that time just opened, and I was an assistant to a kindergarten teacher, and then I got promoted after a few months to become the kindergarten teacher. I did a lot of work in setting up the school, making sure that there are processes, systems in place, supporting the administration. I felt more happy doing that, so it kind of helped me really crystallize what is next for me, and that's when I decided to do my master's degree in educational leadership. I got accepted at DePaul University in Chicago, and I spent 2 great years there. And when I came back, I worked in the school that I graduated from. It was difficult to make some change management, and it took a lot of energy from me to come and bring in some new ideas. But at the same time, it was extremely rewarding when some of those ideas actually got through and you actually saw them on the ground. A while after that, I attended a conference in Jeddah with a few businessmen, and that was the first time that I got introduced to the business world and businessmen. And I sat next to one of the very well-known businessmen, and he was listening to me complaining about education, and there's something wrong in the system, and it's not of high quality, and we want to fix this and we want to fix that. And he was saying, you know, يعني أنتي قاعدة تشتكي بزيادة عن التعليم وأنا ماني فاهم شيء. I want you to give me very clear things that you want fixed so I can see how I can help you. But just complaining in general does not make sense to me because I don't understand it. After that experience, I knew new things about the economy in Saudi Arabia and diversifying the oil economy, and it was completely a new language for me. So when I came back, I felt like, okay, there's more out there that needs to come in, and I need to learn more. And at that time, I got a call from my first boss saying that there's an opportunity. There's a college in Riyadh that it's all men, but they decided to open an executive education department for women, and they want someone who can actually try it out, take the risk, and see what happens with that. At first, I was like, women, kbar, mahom kids. I don't know if that's something that I want to do. I went to the Jamiat AlYamamah, which is known now as Jamiat AlYamamah. I went there, and for some reason, I just felt, yes, let's do it. And I started there. I was the first woman to be employed at AlYamamah. If you can imagine walking in the lobby with all men, and then there's abaya in the middle of the lobby, and all the people are looking, oh my God, fi abaya. Alhamdulillah, yani at the end of the time I was there, there were plenty of abayas in the lobby, and nobody actually realized because it was khalas normal. It was fun, it was exciting, it was completely new, so it was a huge opportunity to learn, and I love learning, and I think that's something that has been trending until now. Yani if there's an opportunity where I don't know anything, that's the opportunity that I want to take. It was just really interesting for me to see the different stops of my career, and where I am right now is literally what I really wanted to do. And that alone is just amazing, because again, whether it was in Yamama or in Sagia or in the Ministry of Labor, the leader that supports you is the leader that helps you grow, and is the leader that helps you make something out of your dreams, which is something that I truly appreciate, and that's why I think for young women or for youth in general, find a champion that can support your dreams, and I think that's something very important that I learned from my career. The passion of enabling people to reach their opportunities or to reach their full potential. So whether it was through education, whether it was through empowerment, through employment, it was really about giving people the opportunity and showing them the different options they have and supporting them to make the right decision. I think that's the common thread that really drove anything inside me, and definitely fixing and supporting and contributing positively to the country. I learned out of all of this was really to voice out what you have in mind. You voice out your concerns, you voice out your questions, because believe it or not, a lot of people may have the same question, but they're afraid to say it, or the same concern and they're afraid to voice it out, or the same idea and they're afraid to voice it out. But having that courage, I think, is what takes you forward. If someone tells you that there's only one option, just know deep down inside that there are plenty of options and there's abundance of opportunities in the world. But just being positive gives you those options and gives you the opportunity to go back and change your mind, and that's positivity for me. One of the most important things that I've seen in my life that helped me grow and helped me do whatever I'm doing until now was having a very strong and supportive leader working with you. It takes you places, and just having that trust and that confidence that you can actually do something is phenomenal. You should always keep your mind open to different opportunities and give it a try, because if I were to say no to that Yamama job opportunity, I don't know what would have happened after that. If I were to say no to a Saudi Arabian General Investment Authority that doesn't sound like it has anything to do with education, you never know. It's really about keeping an open mind and really focusing on what you want to contribute. So if you really want to contribute to society and contribute to the greater good, you need to be open that the greater good has many doors and many windows and many opportunities, and that's how things happen. It doesn't happen with a very clear plan that is spelled out by the day. Opportunities knock, and you just need to be ready for them with the right skills and the right and the right preparation and the right mindset. Yes, well, my Abaya story definitely tells you how things are changing. I see big potential, and there are things that are already happening, so we don't have to wait. There are lots of things. So for example, if I can just give you a brief number with the Ministry of Labor, in 2011, there were 50,000 women in the private sector working here in Saudi. In 2014, there are 400,000 women working in the private sector. So that tells you the big leaps that Saudi Arabia is taking. And I think we have the privilege of learning from other countries and leapfrogging. Instead of learning again what they already learned, we leapfrog and make our own journey. So I see huge potential, and I'm extremely optimistic for the future. Oh, we already did it. We already did it, I think. We just need more of us, but we already did it. نحن قادرات 100%.